welcome to the run. I was actually going to do this after I'd already gotten to the 7-Eleven and got something to drink for my dry mouth, but the sun's going down. Last time there was like blurriness from the light, so we'll see how that goes. With this, thought I had to start a little bit earlier than the 7-Eleven. So beware of cars when you're running in Thailand. Beware of dogs when you're running in Thailand. So I had this very funny experience at morning sparring with Good Pond. I was talking to him about a fight that it's a fighter we both know. So, you know, we're cheering for this person to win when they fight. But in this fight, they'd been knocked down and counted. And I said, because we know each other, I was like, oh, we're really lucky, you know. The referee counted very slowly. Yudkunpan used to be a referee at the bar. It's called the Siren Bar down in Pattaya, and it's where like a lot of kids would kind of get their experience before moving into real stadia and stuff like that. Like it's just a small ring. You only do like 3 rounds, and it's, you know, just one referee, no judges, that kind of stuff. So just a way to get experience. But he was a judge. I mean, no, sorry, he was a ref at this bar stadium ring for many years. And so when I told him, watch out, doggy. Dogs are afraid of me when I walk by, and they'll like run directly in front of cars. So I basically have to stop because I know dogs are afraid of me when I go by. Sorry, I'm making this story much longer than it needs to be because all this other stuff is going on. So, there it goes. So he was saying that when he was a ref at the bar, he learned all the tricks on how you get to count really slowly, like how to give a really slow count. Because one, you can just count slowly, but, you know, people kind of notice this thing. But the way that he did it is he goes up, you know, the person gets knocked down and he runs over to them and he says 1. Like, he counts the 1. But then you turn around to see whether the other opponent has gone to their corner, and you like motion for them to go to the corner, and then you don't even say 2 yet. You turn around and go and push them into their corner, and then you have to walk back over to the down fighter and you're like 2. So this is a way to make a 10 count like a 25 count. I was laughing so hard at his like pushing people back. And so then I'm like, oh man, there's this female referee who, on the program that she's a referee for, she only referees for female fights. So her job is kind of to like make knockouts really fast. So she like waves fights off before actually counting beyond 2 in like most cases. And I was showing him how like she'll go over and she's like 1, 2, and then when the fighter starts to get up, she'll just wave it off immediately. Yudkunpan is like, back when I used to fight up at Royette, there was a referee for one of his fights where like he got knocked down, and the guy comes over and he goes 1, 2, and Yudkunpan starts to get up and he pushed him back onto the ground, and it was like freaky. I think he said in that case he did finish the count and let him come back up. He was like making him stay down and not get up before, I don't know, 7 or something. But this is again like you'll be like held down by the referee. It was so funny. There are like so many hilarious tricks and tools and kind of like little ways of doing things. And like when I'm telling the story, you know, for people who are like way outside of Thailand and hearing this, it sounds like cheating or something. And like, yes, you're shaping fights in a very strong way in the way that you count or how you count or all these kinds of things. But if a fight's really good, you can like not count someone in order to kind of shape it a certain way, or you can count someone who could have just been like flash knocked down. Like as a referee, you're making all these like split-second judgments, and a lot of the things you do shape the fight, and those are examples in which they're big shapes and they're pretty funny. He came up to me like, I don't know, a week ago, and it was in the morning, and it was like one of the first things he said to me. So it came out of nowhere, and I had no idea what he was talking about. I had absolutely no reference for what he might have actually been like saying to me. But he's like, Sylvie, oh my god, there's puppies, guys. I don't know if you can see these itty bitty babies. Hi, baby. Mama dog's not into it, so I'm gonna leave them alone. But they're very, very cute, and that one totally wants to be pet. You wanna come home with me? Fucking take all of you home. Oh my god, they're running at me. Oh my god, guys. Alright, sorry. What's happening here? Because there's babies. Hi, guys. Hi. Oh my god, you're so little. Hi. Hi. Why are there so many of you? Hi. Hi. Hi, guys. Yeah. Puppy situation. Hi, Patty. Oh, Mama's taking good care of you guys. Yeah. Stay here. Don't follow me. Don't follow. Hey, go, go, go. Go. This is the problem when you start petting puppies, is they follow you and then you literally can't leave. Go. Go, go. Stay with Mom. Yes, take that sponge. So, I get to training. I get to sparring. And Yodkin Pan comes up to me and he's like kind of pensive. He's like, Sylvie, what does make some night mean? Like, make some night? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, that's not, I don't know. I don't know. Where did you hear that? Like, I've never heard that before. Make some night. And he goes, last night, the announcer, they say make some night. So I like go through my little Rolodex in my head of what he could possibly be talking about. And I'm like, it's Saturday. Maybe he's talking about one championship. And in my head, now I hear it. And I'm like, oh, did they say make some noise? I'm like, make some noise? And he's like, maybe. And I'm like, did the crowd then go, whoa? He's like, yeah. I'm like, make some noise. I'm like, it means you want people to cheer. He's like, oh. And then he always wants me to spell stuff for him. Like, anytime he learns a new word in English, he wants me to spell it for him. But what's really cute is he tries to spell it first. He's usually pretty close. Like, he's probably about as good as, like, my brother John's spelling was or something. But usually, you know, English is crazy. So you have to, like, make a few little adjustments with, like, silent words and letters that don't make any sense that are in there and stuff like that. Noise probably comes from French, which means it's extra stupid. But it made me think to myself that, like, I have these really cool experiences of being able to, like, travel around Thailand with legends, with my heroes. Like, we drive all over the place with Karahat because he helps us with the Muay Thai library. He just comes with us. He knows everybody. So, like, anytime we roll up to film for the Muay Thai library with one of these legends who's one of his friends, they have, like, a table waiting for Karahat. Like, they just sit him down with someone and a beer, and then we train with the legend, and then they, like, go hang out together. It's pretty amazing. But when we're driving around with him, like, when you learn about a culture and a country that isn't yours, look at this cat now. What the hell is going on today? What's a cat? That's what happens when you run. That's why you shouldn't run on treadmills. You should run outside because all this crazy stuff happens. The other day, I was running and this, like, 3-year-old just peeled out and started running with me, like, alongside me. And it was near the end of my run, so I was going pretty slow, but I slowed down so that I didn't, like, peel past him. But this kid comes out and he starts running with me, barefoot, no shirt, clutching, like, the remaining chips in a bag of, like, whatever snack he had. He ran with me for fucking, like, 500 feet. I was, like, turning around and looking to make sure it was okay. Like, go back to your dad. But he had an aunt, like, up the road a little bit that he ended up running to. But I got to run with, like, a 3-year-old for a little bit of distance out of nowhere. But when you're living abroad, or in a culture you don't know, in a country you don't know, the way that you learn stuff is the way you learn stuff, like, as a kid in your own culture, where, like, everyone has to explain stuff to you, or, like, what is that called, or what does that mean? Don't bite me. It's like when we're driving around Asan or something, I'll see these signs, and, like, I understand the words, like, I can read them, but I don't really understand what they mean, right? So there's a shirt that was for sale online that said candy canes and staying in your lane, which I thought was cute. But there were a bunch of comments from people not American who are like, what does staying in your lane mean? Like, I have no idea what this means. It's stuff like that. So, like, I see these signs and I understand the words, but I don't know what they mean. And so here's one example, is that there was, on the road, it was for the placenta, but that's not what it's called. It's the placenta of, like, bulls or cows. So after a cow gives birth, they sell the placenta, like, for medicine and stuff. And so it was the name for this, and it's basically like The word is actually Nong Wua, which would be like little brother Wua, but what that means is the placenta. So anyway, example, I learned what that is. I know what that is because Carhat's sitting next to me while I'm driving, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And he's like, oh, it's calving season. So like all the calves are being born now, and so there's lots of placenta, and they sell it on the side of the road, and it's like every 100 feet you have like another stall selling the same thing. That's like an interesting thing to learn from Carhat. Like that information comes from Carhat. And like there will be things like as we were driving through this certain area of Asan, Carhat started getting really excited, and he's like, Lisa was born right over here. And I'm like, Lisa from Blackpink? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, she's from Ayutthaya. I don't know why I'm arguing with him. I don't know anything about Blackpink other than that I think Lisa comes from Ayutthaya. And he got like mad. He's like, no, Sylvie, she's from here. We could turn here and we could go to the town that Lisa's from. So again, I know where Lisa's from, and why do I know this? I know this because of driving with Carhat. Like, what a cool way to learn things. So I kind of like that when Yodkun Pan is watching TV and he doesn't understand something. Hi, baby.
Hi.
When he's watching TV and he doesn't understand something, he's like, I'm gonna remember this and ask Sylvie tomorrow what that is. And now when he hears make some noise, and I at the same time taught him put your hands up, this is also very important, that when he hears these two things, those came from me. And I think that's wonderful. So that's my blathering long thing about you know, the way we learn things and how amazing and crazy refs can be.